Voila, we are live. Good evening, my beautiful and amazing people. It's your girl Rachel K, and I'm super excited to be here with you guys. TGIF! Thank God it's Friday. There is no better day than Friday. Come on, it's almost weekend. Friday equals to weekend. How are you guys doing? How was your week? I hope you had a great week. If you did have a great week, let me know. If you're live here, let me know. Let your friends know that we are live. Our guest is right here in the studio, and we are gonna go bam, bam, bam. And it's such a beautiful story, and I really look forward to everybody hearing it. Please share this with your friends. Let them know we are live. Let people know we are live. We are live, and we are so excited about it. If you're new, this is Ladies with Stories. Welcome to Ladies with Stories Talk Show. This is a place where women share their stories with the aim of inspiring and empowering women to succeed. And we are glad to bring you a story that is inspiring today. So please let your friends know we are live, we are live, we are live. So I'm just going to keep quiet and wait for you to share this and let people know we are live. Let your friends know they can have a good time right here. They can have a good time right here, hearing stories inspire and empower us. We are live, we are live, we are live. So let your friends know we are live. Kindly share this if you're viewing, drop a comment so I can welcome you. Let's know where you're viewing from. Let's know where you're viewing from so we can say hi to the people in your vicinity. Okay. How was your week? Did you have a great week? Did you have a great week? Let me know if you had a great week. What happened along the week or within the week? Did anything nice happen? Do you want to share with us? Do you want to tell us a story? What happened? Did you get some gifts, some hugs? You can share with us. We're all here to hear your story. And if you're here, please drop a comment. I can see some people. Just drop a comment. Let me know you are the one, so I can say hi to you. Well, I'm not sure why YouTube usually takes out the comment, but we can see during the live section. So you can drop your comment, and yeah, that's it. We're just gonna wait for 3 more minutes and then we start. Okay. Hi, Blessing. Good evening. How are you? Good to have you here. Thank you for joining. Okay, we just have 2 more minutes, then we get started. Our guest is here in the studio already, and we don't want to keep anybody waiting. Story times are beautiful times. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly read her biography for us, and then we will bring her right here. So if you're here, let your friends know that we are starting right away. Those are yet to join, let them know we are here and we're ready. So I'm just going to quickly read through our guest for tonight, her biography. Her name is Maria Inns Hermonza, a Peruvian legal professional with over 25 years of experience in contract management, regulatory compliance, and stakeholder engagement, particularly within the telecommunications sector. She holds a law degree from University Stan Marine de Paris and a master's degree in business administration from Mayo de San Marcos. Through her career, she held senior roles at Telefonia del Peru, where she led complex contract negotiations, secured multi-million pound public sector agreement, and worked closely with the government institutions to ensure compliance and operational success. Alongside her professional career, she has always been committed to social impact, providing voluntary legal support in Peru to women and children in vulnerable situations, particularly in areas related to family law and human rights. At age 52, her life took a profound turn following a personal. We're going to leave it for her to share that part of the story. So, my people, with a round of applause, if you are able to, please make welcome our guest for tonight, Maria. Come on, a round of applause, round of applause, round of applause. Ooh, I don't know. I went blank. Hi, Maria. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm not sure. I was seeing her earlier in the studio. Maybe her network is a bit bad, but yeah, we're gonna wait for her. Okay, give me a moment. Let me kick the other one from the studio, then add this one. Okay, good evening. We're super excited
Hello.
to have you right here. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for the opportunity. Well, I would like to share with all the girls my life, some part of my life. Like you hear before, I used to live in Peru. I have a professional life. I have a nice family, but something happened. Something broke in 2020. I separate of my husband after 27 years. We are a nice couple, but well, something happens sometimes,
Yeah.
we have to finish. And then I have in that stage 52 years. And I said, really, really, I don't want to be alone all my life. It's I want to start again. And my friend said me, no, don't be crazy. It's not time. But my children already start to live in me because my son in that stage maybe have 26. He already finished the university. And my daughter want to live here in England, and then well, finally she decided to go to Amsterdam. And one day I was very sad in home, and I put me in the internet. I never know nothing about internet, but one friend introduced me in that. And in the second day that I was there, I met a guy, a very smiley guy from England. And we start to talk and talk and talk. In the beginning, he said me, verify, because he's scared, because I am from Peru, very far, and I verify. And we talk like this, maybe a month. Then we start the video calls, and he called me all the day, 6 p.m. And I was ready waiting his call, 6 p.m., all the year. And after 1 year, uh, he said me, I want to meet you, because in that time we were in COVID time, was very dangerous, nobody traveled. And finally we decided to travel to meet us, and 21. And well, I meet him and I feel something very, very nice in my heart. It's like here, very, very nice. In the second day, I decided I want to get married with him. But well, we
Ooh.
start to see us, and was far because I met him in Spain, and he come from England. And he said me, well, you have to come to visit me in England, and if you like, this country, we can continue. In that stage, I was working in Telefonica more than 30 years. I have a good job, but I decide for me. I want to say it's my opportunity to be happy with somebody to love me, and I can love, and I will be near to my daughter because she was here also in Amsterdam. No, and I like England. It was easy place, nice place. And one day he said me, well, get married. And in 55, I get married with him.
Wow. Oh, that
Yeah,
55. I love
yeah.
that.
Yes,
Congratulations.
was 14 of February of 23. I got married. A
Wow.
beautiful wedding, very little, only 29 persons we invite. Only his friend, my family only came, my daughter and one friend from Europe, but very, very nice. I'm so happy that day. I think I get married the first time. I already get married when I have 24, but that time I feel like I take a very good decision. And
Mhm.
then I have to start my life here. I was going back for job, but I have the courage. And I think if you want something, if you think your life could be better, maybe in a new job with a better husband or wherever you want, try, have the courage to do. And well, I always think like this: if I want something, if I want to look for something, I know the story of the princess, no? That you have to wait in home. It's nice story, but I think in the real life, you have to work also to find like you want.
Yeah.
And then one day I have to say to my job, bye bye. It was sad after 30 years. And I moved here in UK. Here was for me difficult for the language. Um, really, I learned English in high school. That's it. And I started here in the college. They teach me English with friends, and look for a job was very difficult. Also, find a job. And now I'm glad that I found a job. It's a part time. It's a good job. It's in an administrative work, And I think if you think what do you want, how you can do, and work in that, everybody can do wherever want. That's my message.
Thank you so much. That is beautiful, knowing you can find love even after love, and there is no age limit to finding love. That is such a beautiful story. We really love it. I'm just gonna ask you a few questions, and just let me know if you want to answer them or if you want us to skip. And guys, if you have questions for her, please kindly drop your questions in the comment section so we could compile all together. You said you were married for about 27 years before you left to your new love right now. Why did it
Yes.
why do you think it took 27 years to realize that this person wasn't the person, or what happened?
Well, when you have children, it's difficult to divorce. Sometimes maybe you think about that, but you can do that for the children's, no? But in some moment we decide, because some girl called me and said me she was pregnant, and and it's
Ooh.
time to finish. And she it's a fake news. In real, she never was pregnant, but she said me that, and I already finished the relationship. In when I hear that, I think is the best option to finish. No, he's a very good person. I cannot say that he's not a good father. He always helping everything. He's a good person, but well, he fall in love in somebody else. Um, I think that nobody have the obligation to love you, and I don't get mad with him. I said, okay, we can try. But he said, no, it's difficult, all this situation. I said, okay, bye bye. And I recommend it. When you get a divorce, it's better to do in peace. Don't fight, don't shout, don't nothing. Peace and quiet for the children's. And my childrens are very glad. I'm very proud about me because I did a very good divorce, very calm, not too much discussion. Well, I can say also when he left home, after 3 months, I met Sarel, and he was my support, no, and make me happy and make me feel beautiful, because when you have this problem, you feel awful, you feel
Yeah.
like you are old already, but not. No, no, you have to feel good.
Mm, that's true. That's true. So that makes sense. So you literally stayed because of the children all this while. Were there times you wished you had left earlier than 27 years ago?
Yes, yes, yes. When my children are little, one time I went to divorce, but then he said me no, blah blah blah, and the childrens and all the story. My daughter don't want that the father go, and I continue. And also, I'm scared. I cannot say you scared because you have to pay all the bills, the houses, the everything. When the man go, they began to forget about all these things. Always said that my mother.
Yeah.
I'm scared to have the courage to do. But then I decide, yes, it's not a problem. I can do. Uh, I have a house with rooms. My children leave me because they have to go to make his
School.
life. And I rent some rooms and I can pay everything and not any more problem for that.
Hmm. All right. Thank you so much. How long did it take you before you found your new love?
Well, I separate in July, and I start to smoke cigarette, with nervous, 4 cigarettes a day.
Oh.
But And in September 7, I was in internet and I met my husband by internet. Um, but I don't see him in 1 year. I was peace and quiet in home for 1 year. After 1 year, I have a real relationship. I think
Okay.
we need a time, we need a time to be
To
strong.
heal. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Maybe
what
you
what
can
did
talk, but not a real relation with anybody.
okay, so what did you do in that season while you were waiting in the 1 year? What did you do? How
Well,
did you go about it?
I manage my life in sports. That helped me a
Mm.
lot. I start to swim a lot. I in a master swimming. When I was young, I swim in a team, and I found too many girls there, too many friends. I enjoy the life. I swim in the sea. I swim in the competition in the swimming pool all day, 6 o'clock. And the sport is a good tip. Don't feel sad. The
Yeah.
sports
All right. So
and go to the church also. Sometimes I go. I don't like to hear all the church. It is, it's for me, it's too long, but I like to go and visit and pray a little bit for me and say thank you for my life.
all right. So Spark was your companion in those 1 year. Okay,
Yes.
so what made you think you didn't want to stay alone? I know you mentioned you're like, oh, I don't want to stay alone. I don't want to die alone. After you left your husband, and you're like, you need to find love. What made you feel that way?
Well, I think in the first day, but I don't do nothing. I was in the moon. It's like a shock, but then I realized after 3 months that I have to start because I already in that stage I have 52, and I think it's a start. It's time to start. Don't lose time.
Okay. So at 52, you had so much confidence in yourself that you were going to get married. You didn't see yourself as no, you can't, or nobody would like you or be attracted to you. So you had so much confidence in yourself, which is super great because not everybody believe in themselves to even think about believing in love, that they will find love. It doesn't matter where or how, but you did believe. So we'll say well done to you for believing in yourself.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you have to believe in you. That all that you want in the life, you have to fight for that. You have to
Mm.
work in that. And if you work all the days, it's not easy. Not what an easy way to find somebody. I have to be all the time. When he called me 6 p.m., I produce, not like now. I do my hair, I put makeup, I try to be nice. It's like I have a date with him.
Okay, were there moments during those periods that you were with him that you were scared? What if this guy doesn't really love me? What if he turns out to be like my ex-husband? What did you feel any of those fears? Did you have any of those fears?
Um, no,
Mm.
no, I don't want to feel nothing negative. Always I think that you have to be positive, and also I I will say that in that internet I met few guys, not only him, because I work in that internet 2 months. I met like maybe 7 persons,
Oh, wow.
and then I is like a casting. I see before I start to feel something. I I want to see the feeling of the person, and I know in the beginning I like a guy who was so handsome, beautiful, sexy, whatever you want to
Woo!
tell, and he was so nice. But I knew in my sex sense, my number 6 sense,
Yeah.
that this guy make me suffer like my
Oh,
husband, you
oh.
know. And then I see another one, it was so possessive, and I said, "No,
Mm.
bye, bye. You have to. You think what is the person is good heart. You
Yeah,
feel in the eyes a good person. Is not like to go out in the night, always in home. It's like I just make a check, and then you
mm,
can give them. You said maybe I can give my opportunity. I can give
yeah,
this opportunity. It's better to do that than falling in love and then I make a mistake.
yeah,
uh, it's better. It's many no, it's like a lottery, really, really, really. But maybe you reduce the risk, and I think that we have to work in that also. Think what you imagine a couple for you. Close your eyes and said, what what is the person that I would like for me all the life?
mm,
A long-term relationship, how he look, and you will see in your
in your
in your
imagination and your visions.
yes, in your visions you can see, this is the person, and I think that I did, that's why like when I saw my husband the first time in Rio, he surprised me. I feel something here in my heart, it's like stars.
Well, then you're having butterflies.
Yes, yes,
I
yes,
love
yes.
that. I love that. All right, let's talk
Yeah.
about your transitioning because your profile really read a very high profile woman. You know, you had lots of years of experience in Peru. You had made up something for yourself. How did you feel leaving all those things behind to come and start in the United Kingdom?
I have to take a risk. It's a decision that I did, that was my professional work, my life, my comfortable life, or what do you want, Maria? And I always think in the future that I was thinking that I want a person for me. Maybe I can find in Peru, but really uh, don't happen that. I found my husband and I decided to came to England. It's a new world for me, new persons, another culture, another language. No, but I think that I can do, and I continue trying. I'm trying. you know. Now I work in an embassy part time, but I continue looking something for me. It's very hard. It's not
Mm.
easy, but well, I'm trying.
Yeah, you're trying, and I'm sure you're trying really well. But was there ever a day you felt bad for leaving, or you missed those cultures of yours? Because right here it's like a different culture. Have you ever felt bad? Oh, I miss my culture, the food, the people, the environment, my work, my money, and all those things. Did you ever feel that way?
I only miss my son because my daughter live in Amsterdam. I can see her all the months. That is good.
Okay. Yeah.
I miss my son and I miss my friend of swimming.
Oh.
My team, the sea. I miss that more than the work. I work. I finished the work. I need a change, and but that I miss a lot is my sports that
Yeah.
give me life.
Mm.
Now the food, I am a good cooker and I prepare food from Peru here. Um,
Wow.
yeah, and friends, I try to work in that also. I have a few friends. Uh, that very nice persons. It's not easy to find real friends, but I'm trying, and I found few friends here that when we are always together.
Mm. All
Yeah,
right. That sounds beautiful. Like, you literally miss just very lazy things in Peru. And I'm sure with time, you're going to have your swimming team in the UK here. And everything is gonna fall in place. So if you were to advise a young woman or a woman of your age at this point, like about love, what would your advice be about love to that woman or to that young lady? Or let's start to a young lady, what would your advice be for her?
That love, maybe one is falling in love, another is love. Falling in love is like you feel, oh, I like this person, he's so handsome, oh, it's passion and all that. But when you love, when you real love, you have to work all the days in that love. You know, my way to love my husband is to take care of him and give a nice food, but not it's like it's obligation. I want to be something special, make feel special to him. Eh, and maybe when you have some problem, because you have problems, the life is not always beautiful. You have to work in that. Don't fight. um, Try to say what you feel. No, love is something like a volunteer, that you want to do that. It's like you love your son. You don't decide on love, you love all the days, and you try to give the best for your son and or your best friend. It's the same, the husband or the boyfriend. You have to be pure, give the best of you when he really loves you. If both love the same, it's really, really nice. And if you have problems, because sometimes come ills or problems that you don't imagine that coming, uh, you need to be in the bad moments and in the good moments. You know,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
This is my advice of love.
Yeah, that's beautiful because to be sincere, you just have to give the best of you, your very best. And how would you be advise someone to manage conflict in situations like this? How if there is a conflict, what would the advice be for that person?
Well, I will tell you something. When when you have a fight is two persons. You know, when somebody want to fight, it's better wait 2 3 days, and in a good moment you talk with a person in calm. Well, this is my way I am. When I have a really bad problem, I try to stop, and relax, and maybe in 2 or 3 days I can talk better. Because if you start fight, maybe we are human. We can set something that aggressive, something that is bad to the person. Uh, think about that. That when you have a conflict with anybody, try to be calm, hear the person, and then maybe you can give an answer after 1 or 2 or 3 days, when the person is calm and you are calm. And it's the best way. I always said, I feel like you don't do something, like I feel, something. It's not like you don't do that, I feel. Yeah, I try to do that. And I learned that uh, here some coach, because when we have conflicts, when we have separation, when we have divorce, you really, really, it's not like bye bye. You cry, you feel sad, maybe you want to drink a wine, maybe you want to smoke. You don't know how you start again. But the thing is, be calm, everything will be better. Always is a new start. And
Mm,
for me, thank God that my new start was Much, much, much better than before. My new husband is very handsome,
Whoa.
lovely. Yes, 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 yes. I'm so happy. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm very
that's
happy.
so
And he's a
beautiful.
good person. Yes.
That's good. That's good. Knowing that you are happy with who you are with is a big deal. So for somebody listening right now, going through a separation or a divorce, or thinking it's too late to be in love or to find love again, what would your advice be for that person?
That think what you want because some friends said, no, Maria, I don't want to get married anymore. Well, you can do your life and do what you feel good, what you want to do. Maybe sports, maybe work more, maybe be with a family that you like. In my case, when I have a separation, I said, well, if something wrong happened here, you need to have an opportunity for you.
Mm,
What do you want? I want a handsome guy. Yeah, okay. Working that. A nice person inside and outside. You know, when something wrong happens in your life, try to look the opportunity of that.
mm,
Maybe you can get a better opportunity.
mm.
Yes. Nothing finished. Nothing. Nothing. It's something come more. And God never leave us.
Absolutely.
Maybe
He
you
never.
have a struggle, you feel struggled, but you have to say, no, I am strong, I am beautiful, I can do, you know, and do a
Absolutely.
sport. That, yeah, sport is so important in the life. And study, I went to the college now and studying English. Now I can talk with you.
See, it paid off. Now you have two languages or more. So at the end of the day, you made the most out of your situation. Thank you so much, Maria. We're so grateful to have you. How are you doing? Will be the last question. How are you in general from when you divorced to right now? How are you?
I'm very happy. Actually, my family is here, my children's. They are very proud of me that I take all this problem in a good way. My ex is my friend. We always talk about the children and share these things. Not a friend, but I can have a good communication. I'm happy with my husband. The life, sometimes it's not easy, but sometimes it's very, very pretty.
Yeah, that's it. It's not easy, but it's always pretty. Thank you so much, Maria. We're going to end it here. We're so grateful to have you share your journey with us and letting us know that it is never too late to find love. And when you find love, it might just be a better version of what you want and all that you need. Thank you so much. It was very nice having you on the conversation tonight. Do have a good night rest. From us to you, it's good night.
Good night. Bye, girls. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye bye.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us on today's episode of Lars. We're so excited to have Maria share her story with us, letting us know that even at 50, it is not too late to find love. Even at 25, 30, 45, 60, that there is always love. You can always find love, and you might even get it better. I hope you were inspired to know that you are beautiful, you deserve love, you are worthy of love, and you can be loved right. Until then, I will see you on the 26th or 27th of this month with another story. So stay tuned and remember to share, like, and send it to your friends. Please let them know that they can always have a recap. And yeah, your comments are here, but unfortunately, I don't know. Maybe after we end the live show, we won't see the comments. But thank you all for your comments. It's been beautiful. And yeah, I love love. So I love the story. It is one of hope, one of trust that it is not too late to find love. So if you're in that situation where you think, oh, time is going nowhere. Time is going nowhere. There is love that is meant for you, and it will be for you. Just get yourself together, work on yourself, build capacity, build value, and bring that love and meet another love. And we can have a love story. And I look forward to coming for your weddings and, partying and all that. You guys have a good night rest. TGIF, once again, go for some weddings tomorrow. Dress your best. You may meet your own love there. Dress your best and look good and enjoy the moment. Thank you so much, guys. Have a beautiful weekend. Bye.